Hello YouTube, Mike Kohanam here. You may have noticed that Master Duel announced the Duelist Cup starting on August 9th. I'm excited for the Duelist Cup because it's the first event in Master Duel that is styled like a tournament that rewards victories. While a lot of the details haven't been announced yet regarding the Duelist Cup, there's enough information there for us to pretty much figure out what to expect. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I think we can reasonably expect from the Duelist Cup. For anyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, the notice about the Duelist Cup will probably look pretty familiar because it almost directly mirrors the Kaiba Cup. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, the Kaiba Cup typically happens 4 times a year, and it's the in-game tournaments that qualify players for either the Grand Tournament happening in the summer or prior to the pandemic. It was the method for qualifying for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links World Championship. In light of that, a lot of players were highly motivated to succeed in the Kaiba Cup, and I think that same motivation might be there for many duelists in the Duelist Cup. At the moment, we don't yet know if the Duelist Cup will feed into a greater tournament with even higher prizing, so that's something to look out for in the announcements, which I expect we will have some confirmation of either one way or another by August 9th when the Duelist Cup actually begins. So let's take a look at what we do know. What we do know is that the Duelist Cup will start with the first stage on August 9th, and the Duelist Cup will end basically at midnight on August 21st, going into August 22nd. So it may seem like a very long event, but the reality is that the first stage of the Duelist Cup can go by very quickly if it mirrors the way the Kaiba Cup works. The reason for that is because when you get to the maximum duel level in the first stage, you're effectively done with the competition until the second stage begins. The second stage begins on August 19th. So from August 9th to August 19th, if you're competing in the Duelist Cup, your main priority will just be to get to Duelist Level Max before August 19th. If you succeed in doing that, you'll have August 19th, 20th, and 21st to compete in the second stage of the Duelist Cup, and that's where the competition gets a lot more intense. At this point, it is evident that the Master Duel Duelist Cup will mirror the Duel Links Kaiba Cup. Generally, the Kaiba Cup was really not that difficult to get to Duel Level Max in. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, the highest rank would be King of Games, which in Master Duel at the moment is the equivalent of Diamond 1. I would say getting to Duelist Level Max in the Kaiba Cup usually took less time and was a bit easier to do than getting to King of Games in Duel Links. There are a few reasons I think it's easier to get to Duel Level Max than it is to get to King of Games in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. The first of those reasons is that you don't need to win quite as many duels to get to Duelist Level Max as you would need to get to King of Games in Duel Links in PvP dueling, because the Kaiba Cup is essentially a shortened season with its own ranking system and level up system that you have a more limited time frame to complete. To accommodate that, in Duel Links, you didn't need to win quite as many duels as you would to climb the ranks from the bottom. In addition, in Duel Links, there were several safeguards in place to prevent ranking down, so you could actually hit Duelist Level Max in the Kaiba Cup with even under a 50% win rate. As you can see on your screen here, there are a ton of safeguards in place for the Duelist Cup as well in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. As you can see, your Duelist level won't drop when you're between Duelist levels 2 and 15, which means losses don't count against you, but wins raise you up. You also can't drop below Duelist level 17, so once you get there, you just need to complete the climb to 20, and when you are at Duelist level 20, that is Duelist Level Max, so you can't derank from there, and you're qualified for the second stage. In addition, as you can see on your screen, you can never drop more than 2 Duelist level ranks, So suppose you're at Duelist level 18, you can't drop below Duelist level 16 at any point. These safeguards will help you get to Duelist level max as long as you're persistent, even if you don't have the best win ratio. Finally, depending on your final ranking in the last ranked season, you will actually be able to skip levels in the Duelist Cup to start at either Duelist level 3, 5, 7, or 10. If you made it to Diamond rank in the previous ranked duel season, you'll actually start at Duelist level 10 and just need to climb from there to Duelist level 20. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, if this happened, the game would give you instantly all of the rewards that a player would have received for ranking up from the first Duelist level through Duelist level 10, because you skip those Duelist levels, but you don't get punished on the rewards for doing so. My expectation is that it will be the same for the Duelist Cup and Master Duel. It's also worth noting that the time limit is a shortened 300 seconds, which is only 5 minutes on each player's timer. I think the theory is that since it's a competitive tournament, players should be playing more quickly, and 300 seconds is more than enough time. As far as prizing went in the Duel Links Kaiba Cup, they typically gave out quite a few gems for ranking up your Duelist level, all the way up through Duelist level 20. In addition, Duel Links during the Kaiba Cup typically had daily missions that would award gems for dueling each day while the Kaiba Cup was going on. I think I can safely expect something similar in the Master Duel Duelist Cup in terms of gems for ranking up either every level up through Duelist Level Max or every few levels up through Duelist Level Max. And I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get missions that award gems each day, but I would be surprised if we didn't get some sort of mission that awards gems through the Duelist Cup and playing in the Duelist Cup. So those are my expectations for the first stage of the Duelist Cup. I think everyone should play and strive to hit Duelist Level Max. If you're a decent player, willing to play a decent deck, it should be achievable for you, and I would expect that there's going to be quite a few gems up for grabs that will be attainable. The second stage, however, is a totally different story. In the second stage, we know from the advance notice that players will earn DP by winning duels and lose DP when they lose duels. And this is also similar to the second stage of the Kaiba Cup in Duel Links. Generally speaking, my experience is that winning a duel would get me somewhere around 1,000 duelist points in the Kaiba Cup during the second stage, and losing a duel will lose you approximately that many points. As you rise through the ranks, get to 20,000 duelist points, 30,000 duelist points, the numbers start to shift based on what your opponent's ranking is. So I would lose somewhere between 800 to 1,200 points, I'd say, or gain somewhere between 8 and 1,200 points, depending on the strength of my opponent or that opponent's rank. I expect that the Duelist Cup and Master Duel will work the same way, and the ranking system will be similar. Unfortunately for me, the way the ranking system for the second stage of the Kaiba Cup is set up in Duel Links, it very heavily favors players who play continuously during that 3-day period, because the more duels they play, the better the opportunity to raise their rank. Suppose you have a win percentage of 75%. If you play exactly 4 duels and win 3 of them, you're looking at a number of DP of approximately 2,000. 3,000 from the duels you won, minus 1,000 for the duel you lost, bringing you to about 2,000 in the Kaiba Cup in Stage 2. Now suppose you played 40 duels and won 75% of those. Assuming a win gets you about 1,000 DP and a loss loses you about 1,000 DP, winning 75% of your 40 duels would be about 30 wins worth 30,000 DP, minus 10 losses for a total of 10,000 DP, for a total of 20,000 DP. This is obviously much better than 2,000 DP even though the win ratio is the same if you just do 4 duels and win 3 of them. So in the Kaiba Cup on Duel Links, you can get an even higher DP score by playing even more duels, even if you have a lower win percentage. What we don't yet know for the Duelist Cup is if there will be a limit on the number of duels that you can play in the second stage. My expectation is that there won't be, and that it will imitate the Duel Links Kaiba Cup exactly, at least this time around, since they haven't announced any sort of limit. Although a limit on the number of duels you could play would certainly change the style and pace of the event and make it a very different competition. If in fact the Duelist Cup is set up exactly like the Kaiba Cup and is going to reward you for playing more duels, then you should be prepared to play in a lot of duels during that 3 days of the second stage of the Duelist Cup if you're trying to reach one of the top ranks. In the Duel Links Kaiba Cup, if you weren't trying to reach the very top of the second stage to win that invitation to the World Championship or the Grand Tournament, there typically was other in-game prizing, but the majority of the gems that players would earn came from the first stage. So if you're more of a casual player and you're not trying to get an invitation to the higher tournament, at least in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, you're going to get most of your gems in the first stage, and that's probably where you'll enjoy the competition most. I expect it to be similar for the Duelist Cup in Master Duel. Let me know in the comments what you're expecting from the Duelist Cup and what you're hoping to see in the Master Duel Duelist Cup. If you enjoy this video and other videos like it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It gives me a lot of encouragement to create additional videos.